Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. And boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. He drank too much. That could be what Terence Crawford and his team are thinking about Canelo Alvarez. He's an alcoholic. He drinks too much. I don't drink. I don't have bad habits. I've never done drugs. And there's no way in the world an alcoholic like Canelo Alvarez is going to beat me. Now, for those of you out there who are saying, hey, yo, Hood Champion, screw you. Easy, Bob Marley. I didn't shoot the sheriff. Jose Benavidez Sr. That's the reason why he feels, one of the reasons why he feels his son, David Benavidez, will clip Canelo. And if he feels that way, that Canelo is an alcoholic, and for that reason, one of many, that his son has an advantage, well, why doesn't Terence Crawford have the advantage? Y'all think I'm making this shit up? Anyway, Canelo has a drinking problem. Jose Benavidez Sr. believes he drinks more than he should. Now, this article was done a couple years ago. And what he was saying is, of course, he's looking for his son to have an opportunity against Canelo, but he just feels that Canelo's not focused on boxing the way he should be. Now, I'll be honest with you. When I think about Canelo, is he focused on boxing the way he should be? I think at the time this article was published, I think he was really focused on being a businessman. But I think he got the wake-up call with Ryder. I think that fight with Ryder kind of woke him up. And the fact that he wasn't getting knockouts and he wasn't looking that great in the ring. Matter of fact, going into the fight with Munguia, a lot of us felt that, hey, Munguia was going to beat him, and Munguia put up a good fight. But that's the fight that told me Canelo seemed to have screwed his head on straighter than what it was going into that fight. But nonetheless, when you talk about Canelo, and let me make this a little bit larger for those of you who are following along. I happen to agree with Jose Benavidez Sr. And this is why I say, Terence Crawford, man, people, we got to really start being fair about Terence Crawford's chances of beating him. Because when Jose Benavidez Sr., he assured that Canelo's mind was in many parts, I definitely believe that. I do. But not so much in boxing. I think it's more in boxing now, but at the same time, there's a lot of distractions, just like Jose Benavidez. Like I got peanut butter in my fucking mouth, right? It's like Jose Benavidez said, Canelo has many distractions, and I do think that's made him lower his level of competition. Fighting Terence Crawford, I don't think that is lowering his level of competition. I think many people believe that Canelo is lowering his level of competition only because of the perceived difference in size. But I think we all gonna learn that maybe Jose Benavidez Sr. is right about Canelo having too many distractions, and Crawford is getting the opportunity to capitalize, and this opportunity really should have been David Benavidez. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, all of us would agree that Canelo has many miles on his body from the training camp since he's been a little kid. And I'll even say he turned pro. When he turned pro, he was a little kid. Now, he's been super disciplined and he's worked hard. But at the same time, you just can't sit here, man, and overlook the fact that although he's been disciplined, he's trained hard, he's worked hard, he's earned everything that he has, the fact that Canelo is a dipsomaniac. Dipsomaniac means dipsomania is an uncontrollable urge to consume alcohol, and he likes to hit the Tecate. Now, in addition to the alcohol, the distractions about the businesses, playing golf, I agree with that. I think, yeah, there's some truth to that. But nonetheless, I don't think Jose Benavidez Sr. is talking bad about Canelo. I'm not talking bad about Canelo, but I do think that there's some truth to what was said about Canelo, man, drinking too much and partying with the horse in the house. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, Terence Crawford, the more you look at this, the more I see Terence, the more I look at it, and you all should be too, if you're being fair, the more Terence Crawford has a chance, because trust me, Terence Crawford beats Canelo. All this shit Jose Benavidez Sr. said, right? And if you want to read the article, where are we at here? You can go read it yourself. Right there. Okay, so all this stuff that he said, if Crawford beats Canelo, all that's gonna surface again, and people are gonna say the same thing. Maybe it was the alcohol. Maybe it was the businesses. Maybe it was the golf. Maybe it was since he's been fighting since he's been 15. Blah blah blah. And Terence Crawford gonna be in another situation where he doesn't get the credit he deserves, just like Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, Earl Spence went through some shit. I think it's only right that we talk about, and I ain't doing that in this video, but stars lining up for Crawford because of how great he was, in addition to that, what Earl Spence been through. Now with Canelo Alvarez, if Crawford clips him, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Oh, he was under Cerveza. He was under Tecate. He had too many businesses. He was golfing. He was this. No, don't do that. Canelo is great. Canelo, I mean, the biggest name in the sport. Don't come doing that. Don't come doing that. But the reality is, hey, it's a conversation to be had about Canelo and just, what he does when he's not in training camp. You're going to be a boxer, you got to live the life of a boxer, right? And when you're hitting them goddamn Long Island iced teas and them goddamn scotch and coconut waters, that shit tears your body down, slows you down. And they may have just slowed him down enough to where Terence Crawford can bubble up a couple weight divisions and put the Omaha, Nebraska bing bings on Guadalajara, Jalisco's finest. Keep cool. That boy drank too much. I'm in the breeze.